Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Star Citizen. So I have access to Cutlass Black thanks to all of the ships being flyable, being available for everybody. And here is my impressions on Cutlass Black. This is the militia ship of the Cutlass design. Firstly, I have to right away mention that I love this cockpit. Like, I have been sitting here for like a minute before I started recording and all of that, and looked around the cockpit. I love this cockpit. I need to get this ship. Probably when the game releases, actually, but I need to get this ship. I love this cockpit. Okay, I've said that enough of times now. Let's talk about what I love about it and why and so on. So firstly, the HUD is really unobtrusive. It's just not at all in your way. When you look, you know, fly, look around, do things, it's like, it's just there. But it doesn't, you know, it's not, it doesn't get in your way at all. It's not in your face. I love that. Also, if I look around this cockpit, you know, actually look around it, you can see like this horizontal bar here, you can't lose anything behind this thin of a bar. Like, there's no way you can miss a space station or an asteroid or a ship, like lose them behind this. There is nothing here which actually stops your vision. I love this cockpit. It's very open. You can see in every single direction. Well, not below so well, but still you can see below. And also, you can see that gun barrel moving down there if you will take a look. That is awesome. But, yeah, this is very open cockpit, which allows you to, you know, keep track of wherever everything is. Absolutely awesome. Very much love that. Right. Very much love that. Taking a look at the guns here briefly and quickly, let's fire at that rock. So firstly you have this nose-mounted, gimbal-mounted gun here. Very good, because you can track target easily. And then you have blue lasers, because apparently militia ship is supposed to have blue lasers, and those shoot straight forward, as you can see. Blue instead of red or green or whatever. So yeah, blue laser. Let's fly around with it a little bit, and then I'm gonna hop outside of the ship and you know, take a look from the outside. But firstly, these two different camera angles, or a couple. It's a very wide ship, all right. It's this Cutlass design. It's really wide. If you're trying to shoot at it from the front or the rear, it's probably easier to shoot at the engines than the main hull itself, because the engines just, you know, come out so far and are big targets. But from the top, this is obviously going to be a wider target, so if you're coming at this from below or above, you should have an easier time shooting at it when compared to coming from the front or the rear. But I quite like this design. It is sort of interesting. It's different from the rest. All right. Oh, okay. Let's not turn you into the sun so you can actually see what I'm talking about. But I can talk more about that once I get you know, outside the ship. So, and there is the cockpit view from outside. Let's fly around for a very brief amount of time, see the speed, see some of the maneuverability of the ship, and then get outside. Oh, this actually gets a little bit of speed as well. That is really nifty. I do quite appreciate having at least some speed. Well, if it's a militia ship, it should get some speed so you can actually, you know, maybe dogfight something, or fight something anyway, or at least chase something. That would be nifty, right? Very much so. Not overly bad maneuverability. Not overly bad. Of course, it doesn't, you know, really match up with the racing ships and the very fast fighters, but still, It has some speed, it has some maneuverability, pretty good. Let's get out of this ship, let's talk about it from the outside. And here we go. Okay, I am outside. Now, as you can tell, if I put a little bit of distance between myself and the ship, like so, it really is kind of a fat belly ship. As in, if I were to shoot at this thing from the above or the below, this is a large target, damn. Blinky red light, also very easy to, you know, oh, let's shoot at it. But still, I do like the design from the point of view that it's very different from most of the other ships. It's like, it looks really, really different. Those two very wide mounted engine, not engines necessarily, but thrusters, piss me off a little bit, because I would love them to be closer to the hull. If you shoot this part here, like you shoot that, and you blow up one of those thrusters, so the thruster is off, then you lose half the thrust right away. Not good, not good. So I would love them to be closer to the hull, but that's personal preference. And it would take some away from this design. Like you have this this front sort of a wingtip design, and you have the rear wingtip design. I quite like it from the just purely design point of view. Now, of course, changing the angle, like from the front, as you can see, it is much flatter target. Like, if you really want to fight this thing, you really need to try to make runs at it from the above or the below to have like a large target. And from the front and the rear, it's going to be much smaller, much harder to hit. Interestingly enough. You have the top turret, where you can, well, as you can tell, there is a seat there for somebody to sit in the top turret. Very, 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 very big guns on there. So you essentially, you have the couple guns for the pilot, and then you have a secondary guy to sit in the turret and shoot at everybody who is coming your way. Absolutely awesome, really, really like that. Let's take a look inside. Very nice ramp, and well, very, very, very nifty looking ramp indeed. That is also kind of broken, as you can tell. Like, you are not supposed to see this space through here, as you can tell. So, yeah, it's probably not intentional. But still, having this kind of a turret on top for a secondary person to, you know, be sitting in the turret and firing at people, always good. So you don't have to try to track everything as the, you know, pilot. And it does come with the whole, like, militia classification pretty well, that you have, you know, a dude on the other, you know, doing something else as well for you. So you can hail the ship you are trying to chase down and tell them to stop, and if they don't, you just tell the other guy to shoot their engines out. Seems reasonable. There is the whole Cutlass thing. Like, I have always liked that. That's brilliant, right? Cutlass design. Yeah, love that. Also, this eye thing, I don't really know what kind of a space monster that's supposed to represent, but I kind of like it. These should be below as well, though. I would really love it if they were, you know, underneath the ship here as well. It's like right here on both sides. That would be brilliant. Please give me that. Thank you. Art team, please. That would be awesome. Or let me move them down there myself if I so desire. That would be even better. But still, yeah. Awesome, awesome looking ship. I like the design. I love the cockpit. I really, really love the cockpit. I like the design overall, but I honestly don't know if this is a ship I will eventually ever actually get. There are some other, you know, in the similar, in the same fighting category, of ships that I would rather have than this thing, but I can definitely see the appeal for many people. This looks very different from the rest of the things which are available. And so from that point of view, if you wanna kind of be unique, I'm not so sure this is going to be such an overly popular ship. So might be worth looking at from that point of view. Anyway, concluding these particular impressions on the Cutlass Black. Yeah, love the cockpit. Really love the cockpit, like from inside of it. Thank you very much for watching.